my name is Anita DeAngelis, and I'm the director of the Mary B. Martin School of the Arts here at East Tennessee State University. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our spring season of activities. As you may have experienced, we're a little bit eclectic in our scheduled events, but we have a lot of fun, and we hope the community enjoys what we present. So this spring semester, we have several selections of music events. We have some storytellers coming to visit ETSU, some visual arts activities, and then several independent film offerings as well. So let me tell you about our music activities. Our first music activity this spring semester is with a violinist named Brian Lewis. And Brian Lewis is a faculty member at the University of Texas at Austin, but he also directs a violin symposium at the Juilliard School in New York City. He's a well-known violinist, and he'll be performing with ETSU's own Dr. Chi-Long Hu on the piano. This is an opportunity for ETSU to work with a local arts organization, and the concert is co-sponsored with the Academy of Strings here in our local region. So Brian will be performing on one evening, and then the next day he will be conducting master classes with local violin students. So an excellent opportunity for us to have an internationally known artist here on campus working with regional students. We have a special concert this semester with the Fisk Jubilee Singers from Nashville. The Fisk Jubilee Singers will be in performance with the David Crockett High School's Madrigal Singers. So again, it's another opportunity where we're able to interact with a local arts organization or arts group to present a quality arts activity for our community. Then finally in music, we have an instrumentalist, a guitarist named Frank Vignola. Frank Vignola is a well-accomplished guitarist. He's performed with Madonna, with Ringo Starr, and Les Paul named him one of the top guitarists in the country. So a pretty significant guitarist. Now, for storytelling this spring semester, we're continuing our series that's called When Worlds Collide. And this is a series that was suggested to me by ETSU's own Dr. Joseph Sobel. So we have two more storytellers coming. One is named Diane Edgecombe, and she is telling a story that's called Forbidden Stories, and these are a collection of stories from an opportunity she had to work with Kurdish people in Turkey, and it's a collection of traditional stories from that particular culture. Then later in the semester, Jay O'Callahan will be here. Jay O'Callahan is pretty well known in our area since he's often here during the Storytelling Festival, and the story that he is telling is called The Spirit of the Great Auk. And this particular story is about a 1,500-mile kayaking journey along the migration route of the great auk. The bird is now extinct, but the story is pretty interesting. And what will really cap off that particular evening is that the man who made the kayaking journey, Dick Wheeler, will also be here. So after that particular activity that evening, we'll also have a question and answer period with the storyteller and the subject of the story as well. So a unique opportunity for our community. Now, as many of you have participated with us in the past, we present South Art's Southern Circuit Tour of Independent Filmmakers, and we have 3 more films coming to ETSU this spring semester. The first film is called Eating Alabama, and it's about a young couple's journey back to their grandparents' farm in Alabama and trying to eat more traditionally and eat locally. So if you're a foodie and enjoy our local farmers markets, make sure you come out to that particular film and get some more information. The next film is called Daisy Bates, First Lady of Little Rock, and this particular film is about a woman who was instrumental in the Little Rock 9 incident back in the 50s when Little Rock High School, Central High School, desegregated. So Daisy Bates was president of the Arkansas NAACP, but she's kind of a lost figure in the civil rights movement. So we're really thrilled to have an opportunity to see a film about such an important individual. Then the third film in that series is called Follow the Leader, and this is a story of 3 high school students working through the student government situation in their high schools. Later on, they go on to change their political views a little bit, and they split off into 3 different camps, 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, and 1 Independent. So we get to see their journey through a political process. Now, just recently, we were able to book another film that's outside of Southern Circuit, but it's called Beauty is Embarrassing. And this is a film about the artist, cartoonist, puppeteer, just a really creative individual named Wayne White. And Wayne White was a set designer and creative director and puppeteer on Pee-wee's Playhouse. So some of you may be familiar with Wayne White. Wayne is also coming with the film, and very similar to what we do with our other films, he'll be here for a question and answer period after the film itself. Now, 2 other events that we have this semester. We have a symposium that's happening with the Department of Art, where a group of nationally and internationally known artists are coming to ETSU to have several discussions about what it means to be a regional artist. So these are interesting times to be an artist, because we're no longer quite so reliant on the major art hubs or major art cities, and these artists and arts administrators will talk to us about what that means. There will be a public panel discussion with that particular event, so the public will be able to join the conversation as well. And then finally, we are bringing an art critic to ETSU named Jerry Saltz. And Jerry Saltz is a writer and critic with New York Magazine, as well as other magazines. Now, interestingly enough, we'll have one arts event where we're talking about regionalism in art, and yet we'll end with an individual who's very much in the middle of what's happening in one of the largest art cities in the world. So that wraps up our spring season of events with the Mary B. Martin School of the Arts, and we certainly hope you'll join us. Thank you.